Mhm. So when I first read the script of Tornado, I was amazed how it was just about one day and a little bit. And it's such a fast-paced script, and it's not a very dialogue-heavy
Mm.
movie, I think. And it's really
Right.
truly about the characters evolving and having a big change in one single day. And I really loved how fast-paced everything was going. I mean, when I was reading the script, I didn't stop reading. And then I
Mm.
noticed that I was already finished with the script reading. So I was really, really captivated by how quickly and rapidly the story went, I think.
Right.
Scotland. I mean, when I was staying there, it was I think 2 months, 3 months, but I really fell in love with Edinburgh, Scotland and Scottish people. But for weather-wise, it was absolutely freezing. It was absolutely freezing. It was January, February in Edinburgh, and I didn't expect it to be that cold, but
Mm.
you know, I mean, it was a different level of coldness that I've experienced before.
I see.
And so just, the wind as well. And I feel like the climate and weather and the landscape played a very big role in the movie as well. But I think you can tell how cold it is because all of us has like red nose and teary eyes. And then yeah, like the cutting wind, but I feel like the really damp and cold and mysterious atmosphere really played a good role in the movie as well. Mhm. So yes, he did tell us like a background story of the two characters. So originally Fujin, he was a samurai, but he traveled and he went into like this not circus but a performance group. And then there he met a dancer who was Tornado's mother.
Hmm.
And then Tornado was born. So I think it was like and she was and the mother died when Tornado was born. So Tornado never actually met her true mother.
Hmm.
So I feel like, I mean, Tornado, she knows that she's not fully Japanese. And I mean, she's not in Japan and she was born and raised in Scotland
Mm.
and in Europe. So I feel like Tornado constantly had this kind of wonder of who she truly is and what her true background is.
Right.
And I mean, Tornado was brought up by her father, and I think she knows that she has a lot of love given from her father, but at the same time, the father is very disciplined and strict to Tornado. So I feel like that balance of love and gentleness and the strictness was very difficult for Tornado to handle since a young age, I think. As you mentioned, the music as well, I think the music added so much color and taste and mysteriousness to the movie.
Mhm.
But I mean, shooting as well, I loved how John was truly open to every single opinion and ideas from the crew and the team, and also the cast as well. But he would listen to every single opinion and truly include that into the work. So he was very, very open-minded, and then I loved how open-hearted he was because he would always be like, "Do you have any ideas? Do you have any opinions about this? What do you think about this?" He was constantly asking questions and opinions to us. So I loved how open-minded and open-hearted he was on set.
Mm.
And the music choice as well. I loved, I mean, I think it played such a big role in the movie as well. And also the wind, the sound of the wind, actually including that into the scenes. I think that really made a different color to the movie as well.
Mm.
So John was saying how the costume, so we wanted to have like a good mix of the Western and the Japanese culture.
Hmm.
So Tornado, for instance, she has like a very vintage sort of Japanese looking top, but she's wearing like boots. So John was saying he wanted to make like a very good combination of the two cultures together in
Mm.
the film and in the costume as well. So I think that is really what John was thinking, like to combine the two cultures together in costume and in the film as well. I mean, I mean, it was my first time meeting Hira-san and working with him, to be able to work with him. I felt truly privileged and honored. But I remember the first time I saw him on set, I was actually emotional in a way because he was the only Japanese person on set and he had experience in sword fighting as
Mm-hmm.
well. So I was very, very kind of worried and anxious about the sword fighting bit. So he taught me a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
And actually the scene with the with Hirasan when they were doing the play of the puppet,
Mm-hmm.
Hirasan did most of the choreography for the sword fighting play bit. And I mean, he was so experienced with sword fighting, so he taught me a lot about it. And I just felt like his overall presence was so supportive and like it was as if he was gently wrapping me around with his warmth and kindness. So I felt truly relieved that I was able to have such a, you know, experienced person on set with swords because it was my first time doing it. So yes, I felt truly supported. So I think it was 3 months prior to the shooting. I did the action practice with the Japanese action team.
Mm-hmm.
And so first it just started with me doing um practicing how to move with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's from the wooden sword, very light sword, I changed to the heavy wooden sword and then tried the steel sword. And then it was just constant practice. And I remember how aching my body was. I didn't know how much muscle and strength and stamina I needed to put on to truly be able to hold the sword and move with it. And I mean, I learned so much like mentally, I felt like I was able to be stronger mentally as well as physically at the same time. And like for instance, if it's physical wise, like my body, how it changed. Like when I finished practicing, when I was eating dinner, I couldn't hold chopsticks because my hand would be shivering like this. So it was like just constant build up of training and then stamina training. And yeah, I felt like my body changed a lot when I was practicing as well. Mm. So when we were first doing Zoom calls about the film and Tornado as a character, he was mentioning several films like Japanese films like Kurosawa films or films from or clips from The Seven Samurai. And then he was showing them to me, and then he was saying how subtle he wanted the movements to be,
Mm-hmm.
and not like assassin fast move,
Oh, I.
lots of choreography, lots of blood splatter. He was like, I don't want any of that. He wants very, in a way, realistic and subtle movements, as in The Seven Samurai. And he wanted to have this, you know, the moment when two characters are facing each other and already have like this contact in between, but they're not going to kill. He wanted to have that kind of that tension in between the characters, he was saying, and he was telling me. So I found that very interesting that he wanted to create this tension in the characters. And it's not necessarily blood splatter or violent, fast moves, but it's that very subtle tension and nervousness that he wanted to create. So I was very interested in his ideas. Mm. I mean, I'm truly honored that I was able to work with such wonderful cast and such professional and talented people. But I mean, For Jack Lowden and Tim Roth, they both were such wonderful people and such passionate, kind-hearted, and warm people they are. I mean, I was truly surprised. I didn't imagine Tim Roth to be such, casual and frank person, but he was like, he was making all the other cast laugh and smile on set. And they were such warm-hearted people, and I was able to learn so much from them, as in acting, like the scenes with Tim Roth. The moment the director said action, and I saw the character going in Tim Roth and him playing Sugarman, that was such a memorable moment for me because I felt the atmosphere changing instantly, and it was as if his like eye color almost changed and his whole atmosphere changed in an instant. And I was like, wow, that is Sugarman right now in front of me. So I think that moment I was able to have with Tim Roth was a very, very special moment. Mm. Um, I think it would be, I mean, the script, of course, but I love how, like, the messages the film delivers to the audience. I think that is a very important part and what draws me to the story as well. So the message hidden between and hidden behind the film to deliver to the audience, I think that is one thing I look out for and what I'm drawn into.